Hi and welcome to this episode for Salon Boss TV. For those of you discovering me for the first time, I'm Jessica Crane. I'm business coach for salon owners, and I help my clients and my salon owners create generational wealth from their businesses. Now today I have an amazing guest joining me, Ben Lifton, and Ben is going to talk to us about social media and marketing and getting all of those strategies all ready and being proactive, not reactive. So today we're going to cover proactively creating content consistently, because that's where we want to be. That's the goal. So Ben, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, hello, my name is Ben and I own a company which is called Content Queens. And basically Content Queens is your social media marketing mentor for all areas of the hair industry. So I kind of describe myself as polyfiller because so many salon owners and hairdressers know how to do amazing hair, that they're clearly signed up with the lovely Jessica, so they've got their business on fleek. But 9 times out of 10, the business doesn't look as zhuzhy as it could. And so that's where I step in and I help people make their brand and their business look bloody gorgeous. We want that aesthetic to look on fleek. We want everything to be oozing your personality. We don't want you to look the same as everyone else. And that's what I do, whether it's videos, styling hair for Instagram, like taking pictures, design, all of the aesthetics of your business. I'm here with Content Queens to help you.
Oh, we're adding that polish. It's like
polish, exactly.
Store. I love it. So Ben is going to deep dive into 5 top tips today, and we want to focus on proactive creating content, so those creating content ideas, but how to be consistent, because for a brand to grow, it has to have consistency. Like, you've got to build that momentum and then keep that momentum towards business growth, right? So Ben, let's dive in. So top tip number 1.
So, I could sit here and be like, video first, everyone, but we already know that, don't we? Like, as salon owners, we've had it shoved down our throat, left, right, and centre, being like, we need to be focusing in on videos, which is obvious because TikTok, Instagram, prioritizing all things video. So, rather than sit here and explain, the basics of a video, which is basically a beginning, a middle, and an end, which is a transformation. So your before footage, your process porn, and your end footage, that makes for a perfect transformation video. What I think people and salon owners and hairdressers in general are not maximizing to their ability is the fact of repurposing those videos and adding something as simple as a voiceover onto those videos, because what that does is it instantaneously takes your video content to the next level. Okay, so it basically is going to narrate what the client journey is. So you're going to help hit a few of the different pain points of a prospective client. Let's say, the client in the video she's got big ass roots from a grown out set of highlights, for example. You're acknowledging that she's got big ass roots and you're going to explain the journey that you're going to take her on, whether you're doing a full head packet of highlights or whether you're doing, whether you're doing a bit more of a root smudge or a root blend, whatever it is. And people are seeing what you're doing. And because you've got your voice added to there, you're adding your personality without having to put your face into your content, which is most people's anxiety around social media these days is, I don't want to prance around pointing at things like this. It's just like, I don't think I have ever told a single one of my clients to do that because I think it's awkward AF. It's a no from them. But doing a little voiceover, explaining the client journey, it's such an easy win-win because you're repurposing a video that you might already be sat on. You can just repurpose videos from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago. So you're just it's creating new content for you without actually having to create it. It's adding I call it your personality. So it's adding your personality to your content because you've got your voice on there. And it's adding value to your community. Like I say, that prospective client who might be hit with that video on your TikTok or on your Instagram, on their Instagram, then they might be thinking, oh, great. This is exactly the type of person that I've been looking for because I've got these big ass roots, but my stylist just peppers in a few and it still looks like I've got roots. This stylist here is packing them back to back. Oh, it's called a platinum card technique, for example. And you're learning things as you're watching this content. So a voiceover is an absolute win-win for any stylist, salon owner, anyone in this day and age, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And it builds know, like, and trust. And I think them environmental videos are good as well, where people can see themselves like sipping that Prosecco or that coffee, relaxing in that nice environment. Like you say, they don't all have to be hair, they don't all have to be of you. They can be of the environment, they can be of just so many things, can't they?
Exactly. And you know, even as you're saying that, it's salon owners and hairdressers don't see the value in like unboxing products, for example.
Yes, yeah.
You know, like, okay, you've got a bunch of new Framer foils come in. Okay, cool, unbox it. They might be Christmas specific, they might be Halloween specific. You know, you might have got a brand new load of Olaplex in. It's just like, okay, everyone, so we've got new Olaplex coming in today, like in the salon as of today. DM us if you want to bag yours, because these are going to go quickly. That's what you have to do. You know?
Yeah, and even, you know, things like your foil or how you dispose of your hair, because all of these things you can link into the company beliefs and culture and ethos, and you can say, we buy this coffee because it's fair trade and it helps this community in Colombia or whatever, right? Because that's sharing your values and your beliefs, which is going to build a deeper connection with your clients, and they're going to go, oh, we believe in those things too. Oh, you believe in sustainability, so do I. And then subconsciously they're going, oh my goodness, look how much we have in common. And the more they know you and like you, the more they're going to want to buy from you.
Jessica, I love that. That's music to my ears, what you just said. It's so good. It's so true. And the thing is what you're saying there, you're digging into the beliefs and the values. And that is so much greater than the thing that holds every salon owner or any content creator back, which is our ego. And it's like, okay, we'll park the ego, because genuinely no one cares whether you're doing a voiceover or not. It's just you that cares. Do the voiceover, add your personality, put it to a video, explain, just like Jessica just said there, of, you know, talking about your values and your beliefs and that you're aligning with this coffee supplier over in Colombia. Great. You might have just landed yourself a new client from a piece of content that took you 2 minutes to create.
Yeah, exactly that. Should we dive into number 2? Exactly.
So number 2 is actually a time-saving technique, which I've recently discovered, and I cannot get over how much I love it. So there's always such a stigma around scheduling tools, right? On like having your content on, let's say, Instagram, and then pulling that and posting it on Facebook, posting it on TikTok, posting it on Pinterest. And I can vouch for myself in the fact that for content queens, it's like, oh my God, it's exhausting, like trying to like manage all these different profiles. But there is this website that I came across recently called repurpose.io, and it's amazing. Publish once and it gets repurposed to everywhere. So you post one reel on your Instagram. I can see you writing that down, sweetheart.
I am. We're always all about the scheduling and
all about it.
What new tools are there? Yeah.
It's a game changer. So you post your reel on Instagram, and then that automatically gets posted onto your TikTok, onto your Facebook Reels, onto your Pinterest, onto your LinkedIn. It can go straight into a Google Drive. I always get everything saved into a Google Drive, so I've got everything centralized. Or if you want to work it backwards, anything that you post on TikTok goes onto your Instagram Reels, Facebook. You can have whatever workflows you want. The best part is it costs $25 a month, which is what, 18 quid?
Yeah.
And you don't have to lift a finger. It's amazing. And it pulls the same caption, it pulls the same hashtags, everything goes through. That's it, okay? Amazing. So for me, it is a huge time saver, absolute game changer. And I would never recommend something unless I actually really like it. And this is the one for salon owners.
Oh, amazing. Thank you, Ben. And we're using that today.
And for you know, Jessica, it's really good as well, because basically you can pull a YouTube video and basically it will automatically chop it up into smaller videos that then just get automatically published out. And what you can do is you can choose a template for the treatment of the videos, and it will just automatically apply that. So it will automatically add captions, it will add like a title header or something. It's your one-stop shop. It's amazing.
Oh, amazing. Thank you, Ben. Tip number 3.
So, tip number 3 is salon owners, your staff want to be told what to do. Okay? I know that every single salon owner that comes to me, they're just like, yeah, but my team aren't taking pictures, they're not doing the videos, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, have you told them what you bloody want? And they're like, no. And it's like, they're not mind readers. Come on. Like, they want to be told what to do. And this thing that I'm about to share with you is the one tip that really, really, really works for salon owners who've got a team of, 3 or 4 members of staff or more. And it's basically for the salon owner to go through the columns at the beginning of the week and just put a note on 2 or maybe 3 clients in that week and say, create a video, and just write it, okay? And then they get briefed at the beginning of the week to say, I'd love you to create a little transformation video, maybe a transition video of this client, and do whatever you want with that client. Okay? Because basically what you've done there as the salon owner, you've put an expectation, okay? You're going to add some accountability, because if they don't do that, then it's going to be a conversation of, okay, well, what stopped you from doing it? How can I help you to make sure that we do get this type of content? And it stops that horrible back and forth with your member of staff being like, I didn't have time. And it's like, well, with those 3 clients, every single salon owner that I work with, they're just like, yeah, I don't mind if you take an extra 15 minutes on that client to get the video. I'm getting a video. That's all I care. That's what I want, So that is it's a big game changer when you start to actually tell your team what you want from them, rather than saying, I need more pictures, I need more videos. It's like, tell me exactly what you want, a transformation video, a transition, maybe just a process porn video. Great. Yeah. You've got your whole content for the week from that one member of staff. Times that by, you've got 4 members of staff. You've got yourself 4. You've got 12 pieces of content. Man.
I think as well, it's good to share some inspirational videos or pictures and kind of get some ideas up for them and brainstorm some ideas, and then be specific about what you want from them, etc. So that they've got a clear structure, a clear plan, a clear strategy. And yeah, I think some of them, it's because they don't know how. They almost need that time to mess around on it and play on it a little bit as well, don't you? And get used to the platform and creating them and whatever. So, when they haven't got a client, because I'm sure they're going to have white space somewhere, get them practicing, save them to drafts and look at them together. And, I do them for us and I do them for my son as well, right? Creating reels. And sometimes they're so picky and you're so I'm like, save them to drafts and then sometimes go back to them later when they're driving you crazy. But, use that as like a backup as well.
Exactly. And what you said there of kind of like getting a bit of a dialogue going with how visually you want them to look, that's got to come from you, because you're the owner of the business. So you've got to lead that vision of, well, this is the treatment that I like, this is the pacing I like, this is the lighting I like, this is the composition I like. Get them clued up on it, show them how you like it, show them how you want it, and then they know exactly what to do. They know how to hit that brief. Simple. If you're just saying holistically, I need more videos, it's like, well, great. A video of what? The lawn being mowed? Like, come on. So. Yeah.
Oh, no, absolutely. And number 4, top tip number 4.
Top tip number 4 is utilising that white space with your members of staff, and stop sitting on the geniusness of Canva. Okay? Because I'm sat here talking about video content, predominantly for TikTok and Instagram, but Canva is everyone knows Canva, it's everyone's best friend. And it's your one-stop shop for filler content, It's such easy content to create. And you as a business owner and as having your brand, you should have your logo, your icon, your colors, your fonts, all of that selected and all loaded into Canva. Yeah. And your members of staff can easily be going in there and creating availability posts that go out onto your stories at the beginning of the week. They can be creating little swipe through carousels explaining the differences between your extension services or the difference between a balayage and an ombre. Really simple, elementary, basic, text-based content that your members of staff can do, which is just filler content for you. You're utilizing their white space, but they're creating content for you, which then educates and entertains and engages your community. It's a win-win.
Yeah, and once it's created, you can repurpose it again and again and again and again as well.
Just change the background color and boom, you've got a new set of carousels.
Yeah, exactly.
So simple. It's like I've been doing this with one of my girls in the Wirral, and she's got some fantastic ones going out. She's extension specialist, so she got her lovely member of staff to create some beautiful carousels explaining, the difference between stick tips and, tapes and wefts and all of this. Yeah. And I was like, I was learning while I was going through it. I was like, okay. It's great. It's such value added, and it's a great use of your members of staff time. And the thing is you're paying for that member of staff.
Yeah.
To be there, get something out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And last but not least, top tip number 5.
Numero 5. So basically, what I'm going to say here is I can't believe I'm saying this, because a year ago I'd be like, no, bad Ben, don't say this. But I definitely think that we all know that TikTok and Instagram are totally different platforms. And the brands that I've worked with, the ones who've grown and are really successful and are really having fun on TikTok, are the ones who've just let their team run wild. Literally. They let their team ride those trends. They let their team not do everything associated with hair. They let their team ooze their personality and just have a bit of blooming fun, And they keep the Instagram a bit more polished and a bit more professional and a bit more of a portfolio. But the TikTok is, okay, go ham on it.
A bit more behind the scenes, a bit more...
Exactly, behind the scenes, personality, trends. It's all about those trends. If it's not a trending audio, then it's showing more of the behind the scenes. Yeah. And it's just such an easy way to get your team engaged, especially if you've got that younger generation of apprentices and juniors and members of staff. 100%. So, I've got clients of mine who, we tried having a bit of structure with TikTok, but then we were like, do you know what? Let's test it. Let's just completely take the foot off the gas and let the team roll with it. They love it. And they're growing exponentially. It's great.
Yeah. And it's that place that they can have that creative and, that free reign, really, isn't it? And I think sometimes you get more out of them creatively when there's not that structure and stuff in place as well. Amazing. Thank you, Ben. So I hope everybody has learned something from Ben's top 5 tips. So let us know in the comments what you're going to implement into your business. But tell us, Ben, if people are like, oh my God, these ideas are amazing and I need to implement more of this stuff, how can they find you and how can they dive even deeper into these areas for their business?
Perfect. So basically what I've created is the Social Superstar subscription. So this is a self-paced online course that you have got over 100 training videos to go through. There's over 80 hours of education that you can literally dip and dive. So because there's 100, they're all bite-sized mini videos that take you through absolutely everything that any hairdresser or salon owner needs to know. From how to set up your Canva to be designing, I go through a load of different designing tutorials, how to be shooting, editing and lighting professional looking videos for your social media, going through TikTok, how to build your own website from scratch, absolutely everything, tens and tens of content ideas, literally no stone is unturned. So everything that you would ever need to know about actually implementing everything that we've gone through today, because you need to know how to do things in order to do it. And it tends to be this self-perpetuating cycle, really, with hairdressers of, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do anything. And it's like, well, if you learn how to do it through the Social Superstar subscription, then you're going to be able to do it. Simple. And then the sky is literally the limit, because it teaches you all the foundations and takes you all the way up to an absolute pro creator. And so whatever level you are, whether you're complete beginner, intermediate or advanced, it will tailor it. You will learn so much throughout the course. So all you have to do is head to contentqueens.com and hit Social Superstar subscription, and everything you need to know is going to be there. And it's the lowest price in the market. So no excuses, Huns.
Yeah, and you can do it with your team, like get the team going through it and doing it as well. And so you're all on the same page, and so you've all got the same foundational knowledge, so that you're all be able to implement it together, and create that consistency. That's what we want, is that content consistently. We don't want to, post. I think a lot of people, they tend to post once a day for 2 weeks, and then they get burnt out, and then they don't post for a month, and then they go really hard, and it's kind of very all or nothing. But we want to get that consistent strategy and that consistent plan in place, so that, like we said at the beginning, we're being proactive and not reactive. So huge thank you for joining me today, Ben. We're going to put the link in the description below. So if you are looking for that course, you can find the link in the comments right under here, and you can click that and go check that out. So thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you, Ben, for sharing your top 5 tips. And we'll see you all in the next episode.
See you later.